Okay, good morning, everybody. So the last time we do was somewhere around 24. This is lesson 35. So we will continue at number 25. So if you look at these sentences, tena ko, this is one phrase. Normally tena ko. Tena ko pana. Then this this one and this you see tena and samayena is actually the same case. So this should be in Pali is instrumental. It means you say by that time, this is by that time. But in English we cannot say by that time. In English we will change it into locative. We change it to locative. We will say that at that time. So then this word is pana. Pana have two meaning. One of them is then, one other is but. So in that case, you would like to put this in front lah. So it's then at that time. So we will take this and put it in front. Then at that time. So you will, because this is a long sentences. So I just put it like that in this way. You can see this word ubo. Technically, ubo is an adjective. It's an adjective to these two, supia and upasaka. Upasaka. This is an adjective to this. So you also put an adjective in front of the verb. And this is the verb. So here you will see two of these. Okay, that means one is upasako and one is upasika. So this is an adjective to this. This is an adjective to this. So technically, that means one is man, one is man, and one is a lady. This one, supia. This is a feminine ending. You can see this is a feminine ending. This is also a feminine ending. So this is an adjective to this. So this is an adjective to this. This is a masculine noun. You see, this is an adjective to this. So that means this is a man lay devotees. This is a female lay devotees. So when we construct the sentences, adjective we put in front. Both devotees. We don't have to specify male and female. As long as we know, then we put supia and supia. So this is feminine. This is feminine. This is a masculine. Okay. So that is how you construct your sentence, because all this is subject. Because these are all in nominative case. Okay. So what we do next is next. Can you see we will take the next word, because subject, after the subject, normally we need to find a verb. The verb. So the verb is plural. That means the verb agree with the subject, which is, see, here, can you see the word here is undi, are. Can you see this is also this is not a feminine, this is a plural, PPP. Past participle. Past participle. So this is in front. Means please. This is a PPP. Is please. So at this junction, if you follow all the way from the black line, this is all the black line. So black line. This is technically, this will take as one sentences. Okay. Now, so the second part of it is, can you see Dayaka? Karaka. This is not feminine. This is a plural. It's describing these two devotees. Can you see Dayaka? So that means this is a giver. Karaka. Karaka is a doer. Technically, you can, kara is the word, karoti is to do. So in this case, we will say it's a helper. Helper who are doing something to help in the certain ceremony attending to the community. So this is also, and what do you call it? adjective to these two. So what I do is, so since we always stay with subject, verb, and object, so in this case, we say there are, yeah, because this describing these two. There are, this is not there, this is also not there, because this plural. They are giver and helper. So in this case, you put helper. Okay, helper. Can you see this part? Also a plural. Okay, helper. Can you see? Same case. That means this one is sangha, community. So this is upataka. Upataka. That means upataka means so actually this word is like that, attending on the community. So that means this is describing these two, which is helping up with the community. So they are a giver and helper attending. That means to attend on the community, because when you translate, because this is a noun, you put attending, but you can change a noun into a verb. In Pali, you can do that, because to attend on the community is something like that. This is always allowed. You can change a noun to a verb. A lot of time the translation will can do this one, because otherwise it is a bit difficult to describe the whole line. Okay, any question up to this part? Follow, Okay, no. So if not, now we proceed to the next line. The next line is article. Okay. Can you see? Then the after is after also. There also then. Okay, co. This is a co is in a particle to use to emphasize on something. Then okay. Can you see this is a Supiya? This is a lay devotees. Lay female devotees. Can you see? Okay. So in this particular case, that means is she, woman devotee Supriya. Can you see woman devotee Supriya? So in this case, this is the verb. The word jaran, jaran. We don't have it having gone to. So we put went to. We just put went to here. This is the object. Aramang, went to object. It means went to the monastery. Can you see these two? Went to the monastery. It means the subject. If you choose to put she, that is no problem. If you don't want to put she, then you have to put woman, devotees, Supriya. Okay, this part is quite straightforward. So the next part is viharena, viharan. So this is a bit interesting. This is interesting because this is normally they use viharena, viharang. You see this like a pairing. Viharena, viharang, parivenena, parivenang. So in this case, we cannot translate. Technically, this is by dwelling to dwelling. So if you look at the word by dwelling to dwelling, and then this is by residency to residency. So in this case, the word by in English, we have to use English from dwelling to dwelling place. All right. So this is, it means you see here, dwelling, dwelling place, from dwelling place, residency from residency. So this is one way to translate this pair. You can rearrange in whatever manner you want. So technically, if you look at this is upasang kamitwa. That means this is a jaran. Then I put the subject is again she, because just now is woman devotees. She approached. So she approached in English. Normally we have to put this portion at the back. She approached from dwelling to dwelling. So this one you have to rearrange. It means technically this has to be in front of it. From dwelling to dwelling place. From residency to residency. So English you have to rearrange because normally ablative is in front. So we will copy this, we copy, you put something somewhere around here. This. And what we do is do this part. So the object, this is the object. This is the object. We will put something like that. So that means she approached. She approached from dwelling place to from dwelling to dwelling place. This is to from and to. Remember, English is from to and from to and from and to. This is how you do from and to. Okay, she approached from dwelling place to from a dwelling to dwelling place and from residency to residency. That is how you rearrange the thing. If you can rearrange in another manner, it's a problem. So any question on this? Pull it back a bit. Pull it back. Can you see? This is the part. This is the part. This is the part. This is the part. Now, the next line. The next line. So the next line, Bhikkhu Puchati. So technically, not the Bhikkhu us, because this is singular. Because this is a plural. This is singular. So it is still referring to this Supiya. It is referring to Supiya. So that means Supiya is the one who asked. Supiya is the one to ask. So in this case, so Supiya is she. She asked the monk. Ask the monk. So this is how you are. So if this is it can be a nominative plural or accusative plural. Bhikkhu. There is another form of nominative plural is bhikkhave. Bhikkhave. So bhikkhu and bhikkhave as a plural. So in this case, it's asked. She asked monks. Okay, now. So can you see here? Can you see here? This is what we call a sandhi. Question mark. Maybe this is iti. So technically iti. So technically that is the reason why we put this one is inside the quotation. The iti. This is not the full stop. Iti is a question. The quotation. So then in this case, this is the Bante. Bante means sir. Sir, we address monk as Bante. Okay. Now the word here, ko. Ko is interrogative pronoun. What? What? So can you see the ko and Gilano are the same case? That means this is referring. What is the sickness? What is the sickness? So that here is what is the sickness. And then, okay, what is the sickness? It's an interrogative, that means there is a question. Sir, what is the sickness? The particle the, you can put what is the sickness, then put particle. What is the sickness? All right. And then if you look at this is a masculine noun, ka, a pronoun ka, interrogative. When you decline this, you can get it. So kasa can be a dative or can be a genitive. So if it's a genitive, then it should be to whom. If it's genitive, it's of whom. So whichever you think first, then you decide to whom. Okay, now this is to whom. To whom, and then can you see this Kim? Kim is a neuter noun. For car, is a neuter noun. So this one can be the subject. Can be subject. So subject. So in this case, the Kim give is give is a subject. Say we say what and followed by this. This is you see ariyatu. This is a third person imperative. So technically imperative it means it may bring. So you say it may bring so it may bring because this is so it may bring. What does it means? The it should be referring to the word Gilano. So that means so in this case, so that means you say what? So here, if you look at it, it means sickness. So if it's a question in English, you say what does the sickness okay may cause this this is what is the meaning bring and may cause is the same so what so in this case what does the sickness may cause or bring, the result so technically this is how you translate. That means certain sicknesses will bring certain problem. So because this is not the end of it so my answer for this question because I think it's referring to the sickness is always bring dukkha and maranang so this is so if you put this as this that means you know the answer So in Buddha's teaching, we are talking about Four Noble Truths, dukkha. So any sickness will always bring a dukkha. And then dukkha, it will be whether a physical dukkha or a mental dukkha. A mental dukkha is called domanasang. Mental problem, mental suffering is called domanasang. Physical suffering is called dukkha. But at the end of the day, we know that based on the 12 dependent, the link is that means jati pacaya dara maranang. That means from the birth it will condition death. So that means at the end of the day, sickness usually will bring this and this. So I didn't read the whole Vinaya because this is a Vinaya part 1. That means Vinaya got 4 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is book number 4, and then this is somewhere around the paragraph or the passage 216. Okay, any question on this?
Brother
You see,
Alfred, good morning.
Yeah.
Brother Alfred, this ko Bante Gilano, the ko and Gilano is a nominative. So could it be Bante who is sick?
Can also.
Then for whom what should be brought?
Also can.
Can or?
Also can. Also can.
Okay, thank you.
Correct. Who is sick also can. Correct. Also can who is sick. Answer to whom. So in this case, also correct. May bring. That means also correct. That means he is so this line. So let's say we change the phrase who is sick. Is sick. Is sick. And to whom? What? Yeah. Let's see to whom. To whom? and what to bring. So who is sick to him? If this is taser, then it will be a lot easier to him what. If it is taser to him, what to bring? This uh a bit difficult. Okay, okay. What do I see? Because this is imperative. May it bring, may he bring. May he bring. Let's change this line. Let's see if we put it. Let him bring. Let him bring. Let me see first. Let him bring. To whom? Let him bring. This is difficult because this one does not let him bring what. So we will take this as a neuter noun. Neuter noun. Yeah, we take this as a neuter noun. That means this is neuter noun. It can be subject or object lah. So if we going to put this one, let him bring what? That means can That means who is sick to whom? Let him bring what? That means bring something to the sick person possible that means in this particular line if you're able to access the front and the back etc. It can be referring to a monk. It can perhaps refer to a monk who is sick. Monk who is sick. Who is sick. Okay. It means perhaps we because based on the line is you cannot see clearly. Perhaps the monk who is sick, and then to whom, that means we don't know which monk lah. So to whom let him bring. That means this is the person, can be a lay devotees or whatever. Bring something lah, because normally during the olden days, normally when somebody, a monk sick or somebody, normally what they give is food. They give food. Certain food is good for certain sickness. Usually it's a warm water. Maybe they got gastric, warm water. So then medicine lah. What kind of medicine I don't know. So that kind of medicine during the olden days. So that means what to bring lah. So technically can be translated in this way because let him bring what. That means is asking a permission. That means here, if you look at here, possible because she asked the monk who. That means technically can be correct because she asked the monk who is sick and what to bring. What to bring. Correct. That is good. Correct. You can analyze that way also. Okay. Any other things that you want to ask? Now, okay. Now we go back to the translation. Translation. You see the translation at the time in Benares. This is Benares. Varanasi. There were two lady devotees. This is man. This is a man. This is a woman. They were devoted, generous. So the word devoted, generous, serving and support. This part are all the rearrangement. You see, devoted, generous. Okay, can you see where it takes from? It takes from Dayakan. Dayakam is a giver. Giver is a gatherer. Karaka, helper. The word helper will change into serving. So the word help, this is a noun. I can tell you this is a noun. So a noun can be translated in English as serving. Serving can be a verb, can be a noun. Okay. So in this case, the word here is attending sangha upataka. So upataka, that means in this case, it's supporting the order. So this is translated that they are supporting the order. Okay, supporting the order. Now, then that means the woman devotees Sophia at the time goes to the monastery, means from technically it's from her dwelling place to the dwelling place of the monk. You see here, if you look at here, that means you look at here. Here in Pali, normally when it says this is referring by dwelling. By dwelling, it's from her dwelling place. And then this is to a dwelling, to a vihara, to a dwelling place. Technically, this refers to by right. The adjective, there is an adjective. This is the adjective. That means monk's dwelling place is not mentioned. And the monk's dwelling place is not mentioned. And here, her is also not mentioned. So Pali is sometimes like that. So when you encounter like that, you will really blur one, because these are the things, unless you are very used to the way how Pali is spoken, then you'll be okay. So here, at the end of the day, you look at it, that means from dwelling place, technically it refers to her dwelling place and to a dwelling place of the monk. So this part you can say in monk's dwelling place, no problem. Here in the next line, go from cell to cell of the monk.
Kuti to kuti.
Kuti to kuti. But here does not give you any indication. You see the residency, residency to residency. That means
They call kuti normally for months.
kuti is a small little hut. Individual hut is called kuti. But if it's in a row, then I think it's not called that.
Can call monastery lah, because Rama.
But once it's translated, it's a lot easy to figure out what is the message lah. It's easier. So these two is referring to these two lah. All right. Okay. Then the rest no problem lah. Then is who venerable is ill. Then is asking which monk. Which monk is ill? What may be brought forward? Whom? Means for some. Whom? So this is a better way of translation lah. But because the answer is given, but then what we need to justify line by line, how does we going to interpret and break down the thing? Because if the answer is not given, then we have to do it and somehow this approach. So if the approach is wrong, the answer will be wrong. I mean, you will not get totally wrong. You will get what you say more or less. The message and the idea is there. The message and the idea is there. Okay. So if there are no question, I will move to the next lesson. Lesson 36. Because PMB more or less is ending. So in the ending part, it go through again, trying to tell you the function. So if you look at lesson 36, it's talking about syntax. Syntax, that means no, it will tell you that a sentence consists of two parts, subject and predicate. Predicate is basically subject and a verb, subject and a verb, right? So subject and a verb is you must have this structure. There must be a subject and be a verb. Any language, be it English, Pali, or maybe Mandarin, they always got subject and a verb. This one cannot be right. Subject and verb cannot be right. Okay, so the subject can be a noun. Okay, a noun, it can be adjective. What is adjective? So adjective, that means it can be like a red. Red is an adjective. Red is also, it can be a subject. Red can be a subject. So beside adjective, you have a participle. Participle declinable, which means here the declinable is, it means PRP is declinable. PPP is also declinable. This is declinable. So that means all this can act as a subject beside a verb. Okay. And even an indeclinable particle also can be a subject. All right. So this is the important part. By right, this part should be taught first. So taught first. This should by right should be taught first. You cannot teach this the last part now because people needs to know the structure. But anyway, it's okay. This to summarize.
Sorry, Brother Alfred. The indeclinable particle, it means the atako lah, something like that.
Yes, atako.
Thank you.
Then all those things you see all this as all this is in all is in front, acting as like subject. Okay, the next one is here it says concord. Concord, that means the subject and the verb must be agree lah. So subject and the verb must be agree. That means it is third person singular. This one has to be third person singular. If this is called a predicate. Predicate means a verb. That means it's a plural, the subject plural, the verb also has to be plural. So sometimes the PPP, PRP, PPP can act as a verb. PRP can PPP act as a verb. And then but this one also so it has to be when they act as a verb, that means this is the time you need to have GCN, gender, case, and number, because here is only case and number, no case, no gender, because this is case, 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 case and number, 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 right? Okay. The next slide it says, okay, here is talking about the nominative case. So this is nominative case, nominative case. So you see here, so kacati means this is so kacati, this is singular, this is plural. They and then that means all agree, this is a first person. This is first person plural, exactly the same, So now. So another example here, predicate. You see, if the verb is an adjective or declinable particle, so here what we do is, can you see here? This is declinable particle. This is this one. We are talking about PRP. So let me say, udo, loke, upano. Can you see this? This is GCN. GCN means masculine nominate case. Masculine case is nominative singular. Case GCN. Gender case and number is singular. Singular. So you can see this one, this and this are the same. So the word here is upana. Upana is the PPP. I think it's the double N. I missed double N. So this is okay, Pana. So that means, can you see same case DCN? That means it takes masculine case, gender masculine case is nominative, and then it is a singular. So this is right. So this is what it's trying to say. These are the important part. Then here the next line is so here don't worry about the PPP. PPP sometimes can use has. This one is the word has in this particular case. It appears to we use present. Perfect. Present perfect tense. We use a present perfect tense. Has appeared. Has appeared or has arisen. Or you can use past perfect. If it's past perfect, you just have to change this from has to had. So this is how you do lah. So the present perfect past perfect. If you don't want to translate this way, you always stick to what you call present past participle, which means a reason. Say the Buddha a reason in the world. That's it. You don't have to has a reason. All this no need. If you move to this, so the application again, the application nominative case is used to express is used to express stem. Technically, I think this English is a bit awkward, but I think the nominative case is expressed. I also cannot rearrange, but I think it's a bit awkward. But and take the second line. Nominative is used to express subject. You use this is okay. The first part is a bit confusing, so use the second part. Okay. Then a vocative. Vocative is addressing somebody. This is vocative addressing somebody. Now come to accusative. Accusative is always a direct object. Direct object. So referring to the verb. That means you will have what you do. You see here. Here you look at this line. Here in this case, we go Dhamma ACAC. So that means subject, verb, and object. Subject, object, and the verb. This is the verb. So this is the verb. So the verb here in this particular case, the verb can be here. The verb can be present tense. It can be a past tense. It can be a future tense, and then it can be infinitive, imperative, and etc. As long as it's a verb, it can also be a gerund. So in this case, the verb can take many forms. It can take many forms. It can be many forms. So as long as you know, so the rule is the subject and the verb always agree. Agree. If it is other form, then it has to be GCN. The first is agree. Beside agree, then you need to be a GCN. If it's other than a present tense, past tense, and future tense, or infinitive or imperative, so the gerund cannot, because gerund is indeclinable. So you have to follow accordingly. Now, see, can you see here? This is the second line. This is already a gerund. You see, Buddha Dhamma Desitwa. Means the Buddha having preached the Dhamma. So this is how preach or expound the same, because the word Desitwa is to teach, preach, teach, whatever. So this is how you go. Then then the third line, the third line is talking about, just I say, is a PPP, a PTC, and can you see it? Do, Kambang, Kaktu. That means this is the end. Can you see? Same case, this is the end. Yes. So the Buddha, in this case, you say gone to the village, gone village, and that's gone. Okay, or had gone. It's all allowed. So these are the few examples trying to describe. You can have more than this. You follow all this is more than this. This is okay. Now, any question on up to here?
Brother Alfred,
Hmm.
this Budang and Saranang are a position.
Double accusative, double object.
Double object.
Ah.
Budang Saranang Gacchami.
Normally,
Budang is the
normally
object.
this is not
Saranang.
this is not mentioned. I tell you, because you see, normally let me set up my keyword first.
Yeah.
Normally this is not mentioned, because then you say Buddha, then you say now. Normally, your subject is like that, plus the verb. Just now was mentioned like that, yeah. Buddha, aham Buddha saranang gacchami. Okay. So this is your object. This is your object. Okay, yeah. Means this is double accusative. Now, okay, for instance, in English, so in this case, that means this is I. So this and this agree. Sometimes in Pali, this one you don't have to mention. We say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. So when we cannot see a subject like that, ahang, then we will take this as subject verb. Remember, we will take this as a subject verb. I go. So it will get I go already, because here I and I no need to mention. Just I go. So here I go. This is the object. I go. Go. So see, I go. So you take always your left hand side first. That means this is Buddha. I go to do. Because the verb go takes the preposition of to the okay. Okay. Then the second line is go. I go to the Buddha. I go to refuge. Okay. Okay. So when you have I spell refuge, correct. So when you have double accusative, normally one of them, the second one become
Refuge is one E. Refugee is different.
So
Refuge.
so that's why I look funny. So
Yeah.
when you have double accusative, the second one you take it as a dative. Because why?
As the what?
Dative.
Dative.
Dative. This is direct object. Direct object. This become indirect object. So indirect object, normally you use the word for. Go for. That means I go to the Buddha for refuge. This become the indirect object. So you cannot use the word to anymore because this is become indirect.
Some of them were interpret it as like what you say, double accusative. So they will take as equal, like a position like that.
Like certain thing cannot. I give you an example.
Yeah.
In English, I give. English I give. See, this is double accusative. I give Mary an apple.
Yes.
Okay, if I rearrange, that means I rearrange, I give an apple.
Apple to Mary.
Two. So this one of them become a dative, to Mary.
Yeah.
So you get, that means one of them is direct object. You have to figure out which is direct object. You cannot give that means in this case, I give an apple to Mary. So I give Mary an apple. This is definitely a double accusative, in
Yeah.
English. So translation, you must see accordingly, accordingly. But here, this one and this one mean the same. In English, this and this means the same. In English, I go to Buddha, I go to refuge. So if you go to Buddha for what? You go to Buddha for refuge. It makes sense. Of course, you go to the Buddha, maybe you want to see the Buddha, and you go to the Buddha. But in this case, it's not to see for refuge. You get what I mean?
Thank you.
Okay, let's move to the numbers. Okay, we will do one more and then we stop. Here, accusative. So the accusative case express duration of time. So anything to do with time and space. So we can use accusative. So we will look at the sentences. Then you put the sentences from here. We analyze it a lot easier. So you look at it. Satame, Wasani, Lohita, Kumbiyang, Butani. So technically, you can see this and this. You see this and this. This is an adjective to this. Sata is a 7. Wasani means 7 years. Okay, 7 years. 7 years. And then you see here, May. Me. May is me lah. And May is me. You see me. Okay. Can you see this word? This is a compound. Lohita is blood. So this kumbi. Kumbi is a pot. It's a pot or vessel. So it's a pot or vessel. That means it's talking here. It's talking like. So when you literally translate, it's a pot of blood. So the word here is Vutani. Vutani. This is a past participle. Can you see this is a past Vuta. So Vuta is taking a GCN. Is taking a GCN to this. GCN to this. Can you see? So this is the same case like just now we mentioned in above. When this. So here technically, if you take here, this is a GCN. GCN to this. So here means what you can do is the past participle, that means live. Okay, participle. So here, by right, the subject should be ahang lah. By right, the subject should be ahang. May is object. May is object, May is the object. May is object. Me lah. So you say me, me, here, me. This is a verb. This is a so we did not get the subject. So a verb, me, live. So when you use the word live in the pot of blood, technically this be for 7 years. You can see the meaning or not. So here, when you look at it, hey, how come this may become I? So in English, we use subject. This is me. May and me is the same because may. So we put subject. So we have to change a bit. No, I live. So this is a PP. I live 7 years in the vessel of blood. That means this is referring to womb, Udana. So if you look at the Pali, Pali, that means Udana. Udana is under Kudaka Nikaya. And that means this could be translated. It could be translated, or it can be is a saying or maybe an Arahant, is saying of the Arahant. So their Pali may not be that good, Their Pali, that means I suspect there is some broken Pali. There can be some certain form of Pali can be broken lah. Like we all, if you speak Chinese, our Chinese language also broken. Cantonese may be broken. We have, and then maybe we speak Malay, we also broken. So I think this is some form of broken Pali. All right. So that's why you have to be very careful on this. So this part, that is what I see lah. Right. I will go to the second line. Second line.
Brother Alfred.
Yeah.
Brother Alfred, which bodhisattva or who arahants live in the womb for 7 years?
I can't remember. I don't remember that.
Usually it's 9 or 10 months.
I normally normally is the maximum is 10 months lah. Maximum is 10 months. Then this can a person stays in the womb for 7 years? I mean, it's difficult to subscribe to it lah. Very difficult to subscribe to it. Whether it's true or not, this is hard to say lah. But we take it literally lah. We take it literally. We take with a pinch of salt lah.
Okay, thank you.
Because it's very hard to justify. It may be true, but then it's very hard lah. Okay, so we will move to the next line. The next line. Abba yojanang Buddha ausi. So here, this, can you see the word Abba means light? Not only light, Abba can be radiant. Can be luminous. 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 So normally, the word Abba is used. The word Abba is used in some of the sutta, especially in the Majjhima Nikaya. I think sutta, don't know, 130 something. So when you are doing a meditation, so during the process of meditation, the light that's come out, the word used is Abba. The word used is Abba. So you use the word used in the sutta, it says Abba. That means it's radiant, luminous, or light. So this word can be in this form in this form. Because in your meditation, when you see light, it's hard for you to describe. You see, I see light. How bright is the light? But Abba, the light is very bright. Very bright. Very, very bright one. No. Very, very bright. It's not just not so bright. This is very, very bright one. All right. Okay. So so this is the subject. This is the subject. Okay. Now subject. You see, this is your AOR. This is the verb. Okay. This is your object. All right. Okay. So this is a PPP. So when you see a PPP and this one, when you see this, this is a pair. I must tell you, when you see this, this is a pair. This is a pair. When you see this, a PPP and AOR, straight away you should translate this head spread. Automatically, you have to translate this as a head. You don't use was or was spread. You just have to use head. Was also, it's not a problem. Okay? This is not a war, because this is a past tense of 40. 40 is the present tense. So this is a past tense. A is added. It's a past tense. The S is I is inserted because the root is who. So the S is added because E is always a AOR. All right. So what you see, what you hear is saying the light has spread a leak. So the about one is not lah. About one is this. About is you just beautified the translation lah. Okay? Okay. So I will go to, okay, I think I stop here lah. I stop here. I finish this, and I will stop here. Finish one more.
Very good revision lah.
Good.
Brother Alfred.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't read just blindly, you know, you must do an analysis, then you can see clearly,
Yes,
like that,
yes.
much clearer. Okay,
Mm,
Papa Nico, okay, this is Papa, okay, Papa, okay. So plus this is a secondary derivative, that means Papa is evil, plus
Evildoer.
plus K, so plus K, and then they become Papa Nico. That means evildoer. All right. So the word here is this one come from the word Ka plus Ma become Kama, and then NTA. So plus NTA, just like this is practically this is a secondary derivative. How do we bring a secondary derivative? That means the verb is already.
PTA is, I thought, PRP.
No, this one is already formed. This is already this is a noun. So you plus this one is added to it. This is added to it. Then this become an adjective already. Kamanta. So this is basically is secondary derivative. Secondary derivative. If it's a primary derivative, you have to take like that. This is a root plus the NTA. Arahanta. This is secondary derivative. Also, the difference between primary and secondary, they also takes NTA, you know. So this is a primary derivative. This is primary derivative. So you can differentiate when you see the NTA, because NTA is all can be declined. After declaration, decline it become this. This is secondary, the primary derivative. 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 Okay, see that? So here, what it means here, you can see here. Okay. Here. Kamantang. Here, why does it translate here as a shopkeeper? You see, the shopkeeper, this word Titati is a verb, stand. Plus adi means attend. This is a verb, attend to work. This is a noun. This is a noun. So here, let me check. I haven't checked why is this word is translated as a shopkeeper. Let me see. Let me go into the. Yeah. It's not evildoer. Okay, because you see is the word there is a pa plus a, and pan. Pan is this is a pan. It's PAN. This is the one. So this is a shopkeeper. All right, shopkeeper. But if you look at this word, papa. Let's see this papa. See, papa. Papa is evil.
Brother Alfred,
Yeah.
Papa Kari only. Papa Kari is
Let me-
evildoer.
Pap-
I also confuse these two.
There.
Papa.
Pap. Weaker. Same, this is weaken or bad. Papika. Paprika and papa. There is an N. There is an N. The difference between this is paprika and papanico. So that is the difference. All right. So this is the shop. This is the shopkeeper. This subject. This is the subject. Subject. Okay. This is a verb. Can you see the prefix here? This is a verb. And then this is the object. So the structure is always like that. Never run, never run, never run. Okay, so we will continue on this lah. But anyway, I have really compiled. You just go through. You were able to know how to read my note. You have to read my note. You will read my note. You read my note. Everything you can go through. Then when I'm free, I will start compiling some more. Because it takes time to copy and then type and then check dictionary, all these things. So you got time, you can go through. So otherwise we will stop at this junction. Junction, right. Okay. We stop the recording first.